Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mark and Marley. We just got out of the theater watching Captain America Brave New World, and we're here to give our review. And it's going to be a spoiler review. I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler review.
So if you plan on watching it, please just skip the video and then come back to it later and then hear what we have to say about it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to let you go first.
okay. If I'm giving do you want me to start off with a rating?
Yeah, you can give a rating.
Okay. I'm going to start with a rating and then I'm going to explain why it's the rating. I give it a solid 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay? I am probably half a Marvel fan. So, not knowing all the backstory of like when this movie was made, what it was made for, I thought that it was bogus. I thought that it was didn't deserve all the hype.
Okay.
Okay. I thought the casting for it was actually terrible casting.
Okay.
I thought who they have. Listen, I understand. Eventually, Tony Stark has to move on. Okay. I understand that he can't always be.
I know. I was
Iron
expecting him to come through, though.
I understand that Chris Hemsworth can't always be Thor.
Yeah.
I understand that Steve Rogers can't always be Chris Evans.
The mantle needs to be passed.
But it was not passed to the right person.
Oh, man, bro.
I think that Anthony Mackie, he's just not him. And
Okay.
he tried so hard to be him.
Right.
And he's not him.
I agree.
And that threw me. Like, sitting in the movie, I felt like I was laughing.
Because of how?
Because of the jokes we were making,
Yes.
more than being able to enjoy the movie. Because I know that that's just not. I don't know. What do you think?
We'll get to more of the parts, but I think if we're gonna start with rating, I would give it a 5 out of 10. I'm a full Marvel fan, as you can see by my hat.
I only got this shirt and.
Oh yeah, we got these shirts
and
to match.
Just because he's a Marvel fan, I did this. I did this for him. Go ahead.
So 5 out of 10. Like Marley said, I knew like stuff in the background. Like this was during, there was a writer strike for the movie. There was stuff where they had to rewrite the script. There was a lot of stuff happening at Marvel. There's now a rework of Marvel movies. Now they're trying to get on course, and this wasn't fully strong to bring back. I would say Marvel isn't fully back yet, like how we wanted. There was stuff in the movie though that I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be good going forward. But the movie itself, I think you're right. Anthony Mackie is just not Captain America.
No.
In the sense of, I mean, I think he was a good sidekick to Captain America as Falcon, but I think as Captain America, it just doesn't hit. I'm sorry, it just doesn't hit. I was going in there open-minded. I already was seeing like stuff on the internet, on X and Instagram and on YouTube, that people were just like, this is not it. Marvel's not back.
Oh, people were saying that?
Yeah, that with this movie, that Marvel was not back.
So okay, so this is not an out of pocket review.
No. And I'm not being like so harsh. Some people were so harsh that, oh my gosh, the world is ending because this movie was so bad. It wasn't like that.
The world is ending.
Yeah, no, like there was people like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I do.
their whole life is over because one
Yeah.
movie was bad. Marvel movie was bad.
Well, to be honest though, the last few were kind of like pretty iffy though.
So this is how I thought about it, and I think this is a funny thing. Remember Thor: the Dark World?
The Dark World.
It was the second Thor movie.
That's not the one with Ultron, right?
No. This is the Thor, like, you know how there's Thor 1, and then there's Thor: the Dark World, and then there was the bad Thor movie.
Is that when Thor is like back on Earth?
Yeah, he's back on Earth.
And
he's trying to save what's the girl's name?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman's character, and she has what now we know is one of the stones in her. It's the red ether or whatever. See, okay,
all right.
It was a bad movie, right? It wasn't like the best in the whole Captain America series. It was just in there.
You're talking about this one now.
Yeah,
We're
so-
switching over. Okay.
So that's how I'm comparing it. I felt like this Captain America was like Thor: The Dark World, where it was like, it's in there, but it's not the best, but it's there, kind of thing. And
Okay.
I feel like this movie, it had some crazy parts. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like we'll get to the how would you say
Spoilers.
spoilers? I
Spoilers.
don't know how to.
Spoilies.
The spoily. Oh, I like that. The
The
spoilies.
spoilies.
But I mean, it wasn't as bad as people were saying. I mean, it was still okay. It was not like, it was okay. I'm gonna say it's okay.
Yeah, it was okay. You think that like things like if like we grew up watching well, this is not a spoiler, but everyone knows that there's a Red Hulk, right? Because they've already teased that, right?
Yeah.
In the trailer or whatever. Growing up watching Hulk, you just kind of have like a love for it, right? Because when they brought on what's his name, Mark Ruffalo,
Mm-hmm.
as the second Hulk, and he did okay, because remembering the first Hulk, it's just like there's something about Hulk,
Right.
and this Hulk, the Harrison Ford Hulk. I don't know the story of
Now we're going to spoilers.
I don't know about the Red Hulk or what the story of the Red Hulk is. I don't know it fully, and you were telling me a little bit, but I just think, again, back to casting, he is just too old for the job. It
Yeah.
was just so not Hulk. You think of Hulk, you think of like this like strong man, and he turns into the Hulk and he's even stronger. And the Hulk scene was just so disappointing. It was so disappointing because they made him look ripped. They made him look like Gen Z ripped. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like the ideal man.
A Chad Hulk.
Yes, they made a Chad Hulk out of Harrison Ford. And it's like, you just look at Harrison Ford and he's Indiana Jones and
He's
he'll
Han
always be
Solo.
Han Solo. I just don't think he's the Red Hulk. And like I don't want to say what I was saying behind the scenes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think the casting for this movie was just.
But you know what? I did like Harrison Ford.
As the Hulk?
As casting, yes.
As the Red Hulk, though.
As the Red Hulk, I did.
Think about it in future movies.
No. Future
That's what I'm
movies, it
saying.
doesn't make sense because he's older. And I'm like, the original Thaddeus Ross actor actually died in real life. So that's why they replaced him.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
See, I didn't know that.
So if you watch like the Black Widow movie, they say to reference that because that's when he's sick. And it's the I don't know his name, but just the original actor that played Thaddeus Ross actually died in real life, so that's why they had to recast him, and that's why they chose Harrison Ford to make it like a more.
Thaddeus Ross. They actually had a character for that in what movie?
In Black Widow, Civil War. He's the guy with the mustache. He was part of the. Yeah, that guy.
He died?
He died in real life. I'm telling you.
I was like wondering, he's not the dad though, right? That's in the original Hulk.
No, but it does look like him. But it's because of the mustache.
He also looks like the dad in the other Hulk too,
Yes,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh wow. Hey, I didn't know he died.
Yeah, he died in real life.
And he was supposed to be the Red Hulk?
He was gonna be the Red Hulk.
Even him though. He's a little older.
Well, the thing is, Thaddeus Ross is older, but
I guess you're
I
right.
guess he's kind of. I mean, Harrison Ford is old, but I think
You'll see in the movie.
you'll see in the movie. I think it was okay. I liked it. I liked the
The
way.
Red Hulk part? Or are you talking about the whole movie now?
Oh,
Like-
I'm talking about Red Hulk,
Oh,
and
okay,
then we'll
okay.
get back to the movie.
Okay.
Red Hulk, to me, I liked the way Harrison Ford looked at Red Hulk.
You like the Chad Red Hulk?
I did. I thought it worked.
Bro, he was like Chad. Like he had 8-pack.
It wasn't that bad.
It
wasn't that bad.
It's like bro's been hitting the gym for sure, dude.
On that creatine, bro.
Which is crazy though, because like you see Harrison Ford throughout the movie, homie he ain't really got it like going on.
But
and
that's
then he
the
turns
point.
into the Red
Well,
Hulk.
if you were saying Mark Ruffalo's character. Mark Ruffalo was kind of weak too. He's like a smaller guy.
The guy before though, didn't he?
Ed Norton, same thing. Small guy.
Yeah, but didn't he work out in the movie? What
Yeah,
about the guy before?
That I don't think that's.
He was like a.
Yeah, but that was like not considered part of the MCU. It was like a one-off.
I'll always consider him a part of the MCU.
I don't know.
He's afraid to look under the.
Um.
Okay, go back. Let's circle back.
Okay, let's circle back because we're like skipping all around.
I know, just because you want to talk about all the big things that
All the
people
big
are
things,
seeing,
right.
and it's like Red Hulk was the biggest thing that was. I think that was supposed to make this movie so like hit, and it didn't, and that's what sucks.
I was hoping because there's a scene, and then we'll get back to the whole movie, where Sam, who is Captain America,
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie's character,
Yeah.
is like doing a, hey buddy, the sun's getting low.
He tried to do
Black Widow.
Black Widow. What's her name? Natalia.
Natasha Romanoff. Natalia. Really?
I'm sorry. It makes me sad when I think about her death. Okay.
They try to do where
Yes.
she calms Hulk down, and then
Yes.
Captain America's trying to calm Red Hulk down.
Yeah.
And I was like, watch, he's gonna get the little, like, cause he has a flower, cause there's more stuff about his daughter in it. Like, I don't want to get into that part, but he's trying to calm him down. I was like, come on, just get angry. And no, he turns back into human and calms down. I'm like, oh.
Like I really would have preferred Hulk being mad, staying mad, and then running off, and then having to, like they did with the other Hulk. Like that would have been good for this Red Hulk.
Or where he just like goes somewhere else.
Where he goes somewhere else and he like figured out his stuff, but he's still Hulk and he's still mad and whatever. Like it was just so short lived, and maybe that's for a reason. Maybe the MCU has to leave it. It's just like I feel like that was supposed to make this movie, and it just didn't, and it sucks. It sucks.
We watched it with our squad, and I heard
Sub Squad.
Sup Squad. I just heard that it could have been a Disney Plus I could have watched it on Disney Plus, and it would have been better. But you know what? I really wasn't expecting the world with this movie, and a lot of people were, and I wasn't, because after it had a lot of delays, the writer's strike, and they did a lot of reshoots. Now getting back into the movie, they had Giancarlo Esposito, who's Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, they had Gus in there.
And
he's in everything now, just like Pedro Pascal.
He's in Fantastic Four.
I know, but Pedro Pascal is
yeah, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere, bro.
Well, he was in it.
Gus was in it.
Gus. His scenes were okay. They were not bad. He just didn't make sense to be in that movie.
But you gave the backstory on what that really was supposed to mean.
Yeah, it was about the Serpent Society, and that they were supposed to be a whole group, and they're supposed to be out this group called. They turned into serpents. I don't know the full comic background of that, but yeah, I just did. I mean, he was cool in it, I guess, but it wasn't.
Just like from actors like those, you expect them to play big parts because he's always played a big part.
Right.
And he wasn't a big part in this movie, which he probably could have done better than Anthony Mackie as the
people were complaining about the action scenes, though. I didn't think they were that bad. There was just a little. There were sometimes cut weird. It was cut weird in some parts, I would say.
I think that the Marvel Rivals Captain America moves better than Anthony Mackie.
What were you saying? His
assemble! You know what it's like? And then, okay, so now we talked about the movie for the main gist, but there was a couple cameos, right?
Okay.
The cameos, and one of them being Bucky. Bucky came
Bucky
back.
Was in there.
He was in there for a total of a minute and made a very side cutesy joke, and then he left, and now he's the new president.
He's not a president, he's a politician.
He's a congressman. He's going for congressman in the movies. And like you think of Bucky, right?
Again,
you know what I mean? And it's like
I don't know. I didn't have much of a problem with that because I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, and they developed a bond in that show. That was a really bad show, though. Mm-hmm. I didn't like that one that much. Mm-hmm. I started rewatching a little bit to get prep from this video. I didn't get through much rewatching it, but they develop a bond because, Steve Rogers died, and they were both friends with Steve Rogers. And
wait, he died?
Oh, he didn't die. My bad. He just got old.
Yeah.
And he's,
I almost believed you for a second.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
And then Sam tries. didn't want the mantle of Captain America, then he takes it in that show. So I thought that made sense. And it set up the Thunderbolts because Bucky's in the Thunderbolts, in my opinion. And honestly, this was just a setup movie.
Yeah.
It really was. At the end of the day, I mean, we'll get into the big part of this movie though that we loved and were excited about, which is
Betty?
oh yeah, she came back.
Betty.
Liv Taylor came back as Betty Ross, which I thought was cool. I was like,
No,
oh.
I also think that's cool.
I was like, they're paying homage to, this was 2008 Hulk.
Yes.
This is right when Iron Man came out. This was the second movie that came out after Iron Man. The original Iron Man was The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. And this is where the Abomination.
That's right, it's Ed Norton's.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, and
I
that's
thought...
when in Avengers, that's when they do the switch to Mark Ruffalo.
Okay, let's go back even further to The Incredible Hulk. Even further. I thought we were talking about that one.
The 2003 one, the old one, where he's like
scared to get on the door.
Oh yeah, no, that has nothing to do with.
I thought that she's from that movie.
Dang. I actually really like that Hulk though.
No, me too. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
we
about.
saw it when we were younger, so
yeah,
we like that one. No, that one has nothing to do with the MCU.
Shoot! I'm so sorry, everybody. No, but still, regardless, I've seen all the Hulks, and it was really cool for Liv Taylor to like come out.
Wow, I mean, they did something right there.
How many years? That's almost. I'm not gonna say 20 years. It's like 18. No, not even 18. 16 years, maybe. My math is really wrong right now, but that's crazy.
I thought that was cool.
What did you? What
I
were
was
you
setting something up, right?
Okay, yeah, but what were you saying the biggest part of the movie was?
Okay, spoilers, spoilies.
These are all spoilies.
Spoilies. The adamantium that they're found on the Celestial from the Eternals. I forget which Celestial, but it's one of the Celestials that gets frozen, and they found it in the one of the rivers.
Indian.
It was all political in some parts. So I was like, it's whatever. But that they all want the adamantium. All the countries want to get the adamantium.
Wait, and everybody, where does adamantium come from?
Adamantium?
Where does the Ant-Man come from?
And you're messing me up. Adamantium.
Where does it come from?
Where does it come from? Wolverine. Yes.
Yes.
But I was telling them
that was a good
after
movie.
the movie was that you're tired, huh?
No, go ahead.
How is this gonna set up for that if Wolverine's in a different universe?
Well, but the ending credit. There was another guy that was in there. Okay?
Oh shoot, we forgot.
We didn't even talk about the villain of the actual movie. It wasn't the Red Hulk. It's a big surprise. It wasn't the Red Hulk, which makes me really upset. The actual, his name is. Take it away.
Well, Samuel Stern.
Samuel Stern, but what you give
so
him a name?
In the comics, he's called the leader.
But I thought you called him Mr. Green.
No, sorry, Mr. Blue. It's from. Remember from the Ed Norton Hulk, they're typing on the sorry, I got a notification. They're typing on the computer, and he's trying to find he's sending him samples of his blood, and it's over a computer. Ed Norton's character calls himself Mr. Green. He calls himself Mr. Blue.
Oh.
The scientist. So
don't make sense.
So he's from the Incredible Hulk movie. The 2008 one, and the one with Liv Taylor, and at the end of the movie, remember the or is it the Hulk or the Abomination goes crazy, and he breaks his machine in there, and then he falls on the floor, and then a little bit of the blood from Bruce Banner goes into his head. And that's how he becomes green and becomes the leader. And the
scientist. We were talking about the scientist.
Right.
Yes. So the scientist is the new villain in this movie, which is called Mr. Blue, but actually is called the leader.
In the comics.
It's like all crazy.
But they didn't make him look comic accurate.
Honestly, though, when they first face revealed him, he looked sick. That's the thing. That's the exact words that came out of my mouth. Like, he looks sick. Like, He doesn't look
like sick,
like too CGI.
oh, like
you know
he
what I
looked
mean?
tight.
He looked really cool.
Like-
I thought.
Yeah.
Is he the best villain? Obviously not. I'm never gonna give this movie the credit. I'm not. Just leave me alone. But no, I thought he looked pretty cool.
Okay.
Was he a good villain? He probably is gonna do more in the future movies. I have a feeling. But let's revert back. What you were talking about, the anonyminium, whatever.
Adamantium.
Yeah, adamantium.
Adamantium.
You were saying, how does this go into multiverse, or how is it going to
Mm.
be? Because Wolverine is from a different universe, right?
Well,
but
that's
at the
all
end of
we
the
know
movie,
him.
but at the end of the movie, he says, "You think there's only one universe, only one world?"
Oh yeah,
So he does introduce.
that was the post-credit scene.
They
Where,
already talk about that it's going to be multiversal.
yeah,
So
post-credit scene is Anthony Mackie goes to where the leader is in prison, the guy, and saying, "I would come back and meet you," blah blah blah, and that. The leader says, "I've seen multiple worlds," because his mind is crazy now. His mind is like he's really smart.
He's part of that group, where they see all kinds of. Where he's looking in Endgame, where he's looking at all the possibilities. He's just like, oh my god, there's only one that works. You know what I mean?
Okay, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So that's gonna set up a Secret Wars or
Secret Invasion.
no, Secret Invasion already passed.
That's what the homie said.
No, that's wrong.
Okay,
It's
Secret Wars.
Secret
right.
Wars, where it's all the different variants from different multiverses come and fight together.
Do you think that's when we'll re-see the girl Captain America? Because remember, she's in Wanda, the one that's from What If.
Oh, Captain Britain.
Yeah, you think we'll see her
I
again?
don't think so.
No?
I think they outplayed that one already because she was in What If too, so they've already outplayed that. Honestly, what's gonna happen is they're gonna move towards X-Men stuff.
Oh, I'm excited.
Because
mutant.
So probably the mutant stuff because they've confirmed Namor from Black Panther 2 is a mutant. They confirmed Kamala Khan is a mutant from Miss Marvel. Who else? That's it so far. The problem is that the adamantium, I don't know where that's gonna land because we already have Wolverine. Like I said, is there gonna make a new Wolverine in MCU universe? Because the Wolverine we know is from a different universe or multiple different universes. So was there already a Wolverine in our universe?
How does Deadpool and Wolverine end?
They're in a different universe.
I understand that, but do they talk about jumping universes?
They don't talk about jumping universes. They stay in that one where the Deadpool's that's trying to save his one with all his friends.
Yeah.
That's all they do, which is a different one from the MCU. It's not the one because remember he tried to get recruited and then he left to a different universe and all that stuff. So my question is if they're barely finding adamantium in the MCU now, that means Wolverine has not been made yet with the claws in his body.
In this universe.
In the MCU universe currently. Because technically they barely found it. So that means Wolverine would have to have the adamantium already in the MCU universe. And is it even Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? So that makes me think there's going to be a recast for the MCU Wolverine.
Do you think they'll do Henry Cavill?
They can do Henry Cavill. That's another thing.
I'm okay with that.
So mostly this was a setup movie. At the end of the day, it was a setup movie. There were some parts that were so cheesy, so corny. I'm like, why'd you throw that in there? The guy that's playing the new Falcon, Joaquin Torres, I actually liked him.
He was good, but it's just maybe it's just because I came in it with like knowing that I won't like it. Like he was just too happy for me. You know what I mean? And like the Avengers aren't happy. You know what I mean? None of them are like. Maybe he'll bring something new, right, to the table. But he's basically Robin, right? He's Robin. He'll be a sidekick. He won't be a main character.
He's what Anthony Mackie's character was before to Captain America, Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Why am I so tongue-tied?
I don't know. Just leave it. Just leave it. Just leave it.
I'm getting notifications on my phone. Um. So yeah, I think. Oh, and then we forgot there was a girl in there that was like part of the
Black Widow.
that was an ex-Black Widow.
Yes. The
So
Red Room. They say.
she is, I think her name in the comics is Saber. She's a character. I think she has powers. I don't remember. I just knew that was her name is Saber. So she is a character in the comics. She wasn't just made up for that movie. I thought she was okay. I mean, there was a lot of side characters that
the casting was just so weird for this
it
movie.
was.
Because like you've never seen her before, you don't even know, and like her like demeanor, like the way she like was in the movie, it wasn't like, wow.
It wasn't like it just didn't give a good impression.
Just didn't hit.
It didn't hit. I still think Harrison Ford is a good Red Hulk, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think they didn't do. I mean, you got to think though. The guy was old. The original guy died but he did look old. So Harrison Ford kind of has to be old. So that makes sense. I just think going forward, like, Harrison Ford is getting up there too. So I don't want to say anything bad, but it's like,
yeah.
How long are they going to keep the Red Hulk in the MCU? I'm like,
which sucks, right? Because it's like the Red Hulk.
I mean, I don't know, because you want to see Hulk fight Red Hulk eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard there was rumors that there was going to be Savage Hulk, the Green Hulk, coming back in one of the in that scene when they're in the cherry blossoms. There's a scene where they're fighting. Oh yeah, that was another thing of like him and Betty Ross's character.
You guys will see.
Him and his daughter Betty Ross used to walk through the cherry blossoms when she was a kid, and that's where they fought, him and Captain America, or Anthony Mackie's character Captain America. And they're fighting with cherry blossoms, and it just kind of like, it was so cheesy. I'm like, I get it, like you and your daughter, but I feel like they were just trying to throw anything in there, and I think it was just like I said, there was stuff going behind the scenes that just didn't let it hit how it was supposed to hit.
Yeah, but being someone who's half Marvel, right? Like half knowing the stuff, like it wasn't a good movie. Let's take all that out and
Right.
let's just grade it as a movie. It wasn't a good movie. It was half entertaining because of the things that you think you're going to be excited about. So you're like, "Oh, I'm excited about this," but then it ends up being a dud and it's like, "Oh gosh, this movie is such a drag."
Honestly, it should have been an actual sequel to The Incredible Hulk, is what people were saying it should have been.
Which I think I would have accepted.
Yeah, even though it's Captain America, just like a Civil War was like an Avengers movie. Captain America Civil War, it was like an Avengers movie.
Isn't there a Thor movie where he fights Ultron?
No.
In his movie, he fights Ultron in his movie?
No, that's Avengers 2. They all fight Ultron.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like,
look, my nose turned red.
They could have done better, but I mean, are we missing anything?
I don't think so. It just if you're gonna go watch it, it's extremely cheesy.
I mean, we're giving you all different parts of the movie. Like we're not going in order. We're just giving you like the good parts and the parts we saw.
Like Anthony Mackie, really cheesy, and like it's like who else do you cast though for that? Like who would do good as the next Captain America? I'm not giving an excuse for Anthony Mackie, like, like he's all that's like, who truly can follow Chris Evans from doing it? And that's saying a lot for me because I actually don't like the Captain America movies. Like I've never liked them.
I'm not a big Captain America fan, but I am a fan of Chris Evans as Captain America.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Who can follow that?
I don't. Honestly, there was a line also in the movie where he talks to Bucky about taking that Anthony Mackie's character should have taken the serum, the super soldier serum, so he could be better. And he's like, no, you're human and you could do it and this and that. But honestly, I feel like he needs to take this for him to, like, I guess, redeem himself as Captain America, he has to, because this thing of him being a regular person is honestly not working. Because I mean, like, Black Widow's regular, she doesn't have powers. Hawkeye, same thing, but they're already established like that, and then you
Yeah.
have to replace Captain America with the guy that has no super soldier serum. There's no.
Yeah.
I feel like they have to do that.
Do
And
they do that in the comics?
I don't know. I'll have to
Mm.
look it up. But I'm like, they're kind of teasing it though by saying that, right? In my opinion, if you're throwing that line in there, oh, maybe he does get the super
He
soldier
probably
serum.
does. It's just like when he's like talking, it's like he's like, I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? And like if you have Chris Evans, he'd be like, I'm not that guy, and I'm gonna go save the world. But Anthony Mackie's like,
Oh,
I'm not that
it was
guy.
like fake
Yes.
stoicism. I
Yeah,
guess you could
and
say.
it was like, dude, that just does it. That's not even how
It takes you out of the.
Steve Rogers was. Like if we're gonna go just characters, like that's not how he was in the movies.
I just feel like
Which he's not supposed to be him. Let me reiterate. I understand he's not supposed to be who Steve Rogers was. I get that. But when you're handing off the torch to somebody, it should not be way less. Obviously it's going to be less, right? But it's
Right.
like so way less that it's like, really? This is who you choose? Really?
And I think they'll rework it though, because
I hope.
he has to. They're saying that he's gonna lead the Avengers, the new Avengers. What team that's gonna be, who knows? But there's already stuff, like, I've been online where they're saying, yeah, he's gonna he's gonna be the leader of the new Avengers.
When Doctor Doom comes, when they go up against Doctor Doom.
Oh, but I think they'll have more help by then. It won't just be the Avengers. It'll be like a whole, they'll have more people on their side.
It's not about how much people you have. It's not about that. It's about who plays those characters.
Yeah, they're gonna have to rework with Anthony
Yeah.
Mackie. They can't change him. There's no way they can replace him now. He's for sure like locked in.
Anything's possible.
No, they probably give him a contract already with all the movies he's gonna do.
Man, that sucks.
I don't think he's that bad. Okay. I think in a way he's still like that underdog type of character of like, I gotta prove myself. And I still think he's proving himself, and he will prove himself until he becomes the leader of the Avengers. Which is a good storyline. It's just the execution is not there.
I just wish they gave it to somebody else.
Who?
No, like to choose someone else to lead the Avengers.
But it doesn't make sense in the story. Because he says, it feels like it belongs to someone else.
It does.
And he says, but it isn't.
But it does.
Something like, I forget the line. Line, please.
Honestly, at this part, just give it to Harry Styles that played in the Eternals.
Oh my God, bro.
Right?
No.
Okay. That joke didn't land.
They didn't land. No, we didn't.
Give it to Betty. That wouldn't land.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Oh, I got my. Can I show it?
Yeah, can you reach it? This guy's a nerd.
At least I got my bucket.
Yeah.
Check it out, bro.
Get it, Bucky, bucket. Here, I'll hold this and you do your wings thing.
Oh, I already did it. Oh, here. Let's see. Oh, dope. So yeah, I at least got this.
They should make me Captain America. How is this the perfect How is this the perfect size for me?
Oh,
That's crazy.
it's a mini shield.
That's crazy. So yeah, guys, honestly, that was our honest review. We literally are sitting in the parking lot still of the movie because we wanted to give the most freshest review.
Yeah.
And wanted to not forget anything, because like tomorrow, I know that all I'm going to think about is how much I don't like this movie. And I won't be able to talk about, what happened in the movie. My thing is still solid 4, even knowing the behind the scenes backstory of why the movie was made. It was the way it was made. It's just like, if you're a Marvel fan, if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're any kind of fan of something, you're gonna expect greatness, and this wasn't great to me. So
5 out of 10.
even though
for
I'm a
me.
half a fan, doesn't matter. I'm still a fan.
Yep. I'm still gonna watch the next one.
Oh, absolutely.
Thunderbolts looks great.
Yeah.
I think it was just gonna set up the rest of the movies.
I just think my expectations are too high, and if I lower them, it might be a good movie.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Did we
Anything else?
say? Did we mention everything that was?
We
in there?
mentioned the villain. We mentioned Anthony Mackie. We mentioned the side guy. We mentioned Betty.
Betty's back.
We mentioned Bucky.
Bucky's back.
We mentioned Red Hulk. The post-screen credits. I think that's
Which
it.
was really nothing.
It was really nothing. Like, do you remember one of the post-screen credits? They brought out the duck. That duck.
Oh yeah.
I was really mad at that, and that's how I felt with.
What's
people.
his name? I forget his name. I can't think right now.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
That's it.
I think that's all I can think of.
Guys, we appreciate you tuning in. This was our honest review of Captain America: A Brave New World. Even though we didn't like it, we just wanted to give our review.
And this was new for us too.
This is new for us. We just wanted to try something new because we've reacted to trailers, and he's a big Marvel fan. We just want to react to the movie. So make sure you give a like and a subscribe. This is our first video back in 2025.
Yeah, for real.
And we are coming back with the podcast very, very soon.
Very soon.
So just stay tuned for that. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Later, guys.
Later.
Thank you, guys.